Hello friends, welcome back to Rajunotes channel, your weekly current affairs update channel. Last time we had done the current affairs from 15th to 24th of August, and today we will do this week's current affairs updates from 24th to 31st of October. Let's quickly jump into the updates. Very good update coming in this week was the indigenous INS Vikrant aircraft had carried out its second phase trials, that is second phase 3 trials on 24th of October, and it was tugged out from Kochi, and thereafter it went on for the second phase. This is a great step towards India's very own Atmanirbhar and our own dependency of our DRDOs, our scientists, our ports, our port shipbuilding companies, etc., and less dependency on the others. Whereas at the adverse side, now it is officially announced that Norinco VT4 battle tanks, these are the Chinese-made tanks, Norinco VT4, and these are now officially in service with Pakistan. In last update, we had seen about 2 to 3 updates back that Pakistan was inducting them, and now finally the news is coming in, and now Pakistan will be fighting with these tanks officially made by China. In other than the Pakistan, Thailand and Nigeria are the two other countries which utilize these tanks. And continuing with Pakistan, last time also we saw the situation in Pakistan is going grim. The Tehreek-e-Labbaik party, that is TLP, which was officially formed with the help of Pakistani so-called army and its government, now has become a big spoke for itself. These people have started protesting, and the protest is going on. We discussed the reasons why they are protesting, and now this protest has gone a step ahead. They have started marching towards Islamabad, and now there is physical force being used from both the sides. There are loss of life happening of the protesters as well as the police force. Pakistan, in a stopgap measure, has freed about 350 workers, and thinking that it will stop, though it stopped temporarily, but yet again people are on rampage. As we speak today, there is a march still going on, and there is a tension simmering in Pakistan. Though the Pakistani Prime Minister has been successful in getting some kind of aid from the Saudi. Coming on to this Middle East world, Turkey, last time we had seen that Turkey has now been placed in the grey list, and it came as a shocker to many. But Turkey, always trying to flex his muscle, trying to prove himself to be a great member of a Ummah, the moment he was placed in the grey list, he immediately expelled the ambassadors of about 10 countries, which included US, and he not only expelled them, but he demanded a release of their businessman and philanthropist, the Osman Kavala. And in retaliation, or in maybe as a counter effect to this, Turkey has today lost its currency value, and it has fallen down to all-time low of 9.85 after these kinds of expulsions. And the official currency of Turkey, that is the lira, has lost about 24% against the dollar this year, and this will certainly put a cap on Turkey's so-called international ambitions, I hope. We have discussed that Russia has slowly started announcing its dead, and now started giving out its actual figures of the COVID-19. Ever since COVID-19 pandemic had started, Russia never gave out its figures. Now it has started giving, and it is now officially out that Russia has imposed workplace shutdown in about 6 Russian regions in this surge of COVID-19, and the deaths are on a rampage. It is increasing, and Russia is reporting almost about 40,000 cases of COVID in a day, and taking extreme steps. The Russian President Vladimir Putin had declared that from October 30 to November 7th would be paid non-working days. That means he's trying now hard to keep people back into their places in homes and residences, but as we speak, the condition in Russia is also deteriorating. Maybe it was already there, but at least now it is in the open media. India has carried out improvised explosive device, that is a combined counter improvised explosive device, CIED, and counter unmanned aerial system, CUAS. So CIED and CUAS training was carried out by the armies of both India and American during the exercise of Yudh Abhyas 21 at the Equipment Simulator Training Area, that is ESTA, in Alaska. So this is for the first time that India and US are probably cross-training with each other in the counter unmanned aerial systems. And we had earlier seen that India has been training in the counter explosive, that is IEDs, with the other nations as well. But for US, this is coming for the first time. Again, now China has, I had been warning that there is certainly something simmering up in China. China doesn't generally give out the news, but maybe because of the backlash what he had for the COVID-19 origin, China has now also put into the entire city of lockdown in Lanzhou, which has a population of about 40 lakh people over COVID-19 outbreak. This is a new wave of infection, which is wherein 200 about locally transmitted symptomatic cases have been seen in 20 provincial areas of China. The NHC, that is National Health Commission of China, has said that the testing agencies should be testing people throughout 24/7. Let's see what bad news the China again gives to the world, but the things in China are also going in a bad way. Amidst all this, the China's expansion theory or their expansionism or the way they want to meddle with the world things is not stopping. China has extended $1 million aid to Taliban-ruled Afghanistan. Please remember, it is giving aid for the first time. China never gives aid. It is always loans. It gives loans, makes them fall into debt traps. But watching at the present condition, I don't think Taliban is in such a place that, or such a position that it can ever return back any loan. So this is one of the China's policy. Now, even if it loses this for 6 million, that is 1 million now and 5 million more, China will slowly get a hold of Taliban, and its ambition for this Belt and Road Initiative will certainly be pushed through, wherein China is seriously looking for a land route from China to the Middle East ports, so that its entire shipping lane cost, the time will be saved, because China is the world's largest importer of the oil for its massive productions across the country. So let's see how well this condition goes. But as of now, the Pakistan, the blue-eyed boy, has been out from China's list, and China is now bending towards Afghanistan, completely ignoring the Pakistanis. In yet another exercise between India and United Kingdoms, the first bilateral tri-services exercise, Konkan Shakti 2021, has commenced off the Konkan coast of the Arabian Sea on 24th of October. And this is the sea phase going on, wherein the two participating units were split into opposing forces with the aim of achieving sea control over each other. So it's a good interoperability has been tested and is being tested as we speak. One more defense news is that for the first time, US Senator Mark Warren and John Coyne have urged President Joe Biden not to impose the provisions of countering American adversaries through sanctions, the Sanctions Act, that is CAATSA, against India for buying 5 S-400 surface-to-air missile systems from Russia. Well, we had discussed this case in detail earlier, that how getting these S-400s at this subcontinent will certainly make a shift into the armed forces balance. China is our adversary as of today, and this is basically to look after the two-front attack from China and also from Pakistan. This is a good step, but since it is from a non-NATO nation, Russia, that is where China, US sanctions, imposes sanctions. And for the first time, however, India has requested many times, and now for the first time, both the senators also coming in favor of India. I hope this deal should go through, and by end of next year we should get it, because India has signed this deal in 2019. A very good news coming in for India from again a yet in defense sector this week is that India has successfully test fired a nuclear capable Agni 5 missile. What is so special about it? First, it has got a nuclear tip. It can use a nuclear weapon onto the enemy. Second, it has got a range of up to 5,000 kilometers with a very high degree of accuracy. So what does it mean? It means now we can take on targets interiors of China, which was away from us till date. So again a good step. This has come as a deterrence for China, because China has recently launched a hypersonic missile which we were aware of, but now with this, even the China is also in the radius of action of this missile. In between this week, China had released a statement and had passed a land boundary law, wherein it has legalized some things, and it has brought about changes in its legislation as to how China sees its border. Unilaterally, India had resisted it very strongly and had given a very strong communique, and they had opposed it at all places. Thereafter, the China has given out a statement that the new land boundary law won't impact the existing boundary treaties, nor will it change the existing practices in the cooperation with neighboring nations. Well, we know that China speaks looking London and talking Tokyo, but we should be, I feel we should be looking at this with a very keen eye on, because recently China came into agreement on its land deals with Bhutan. So that thing has to be kept in mind. And a bad news, I must say, China is now to build an outpost for Tajikistan special forces near Afghan border. We know that there is a exflux of refugees moving in from Afghanistan to Tajikistan, because they share a common border, and you never know amongst these refugees are the Talibanis who are getting into Tajikistan. So Tajikistan cannot take in refugees nor can have a crisis. So it is requested for a border post and probably a military garrison, which the China has promised to create. Though Chinese troops will not be stationed at this facility, but the Chinese intervention in this state itself is a cause of concern for us, India. Why? Because if you recollect, in one of the videos I had already confirmed that India's airbase is there in Tajikistan. Tajikistan has officially been an Indian ally, and though it's a Russian state, but Indian ally, and has been a favorite of India. And we have our Farkhor air base where the fighter planes are deployed, and it was a deterrence for both Pakistan and China from Tajikistan. But now China making inlands into Tajikistan is certainly a cause of concern for us. However, it is also a cause of concern for China, because China is now invading into the territories of Russia. So this might be a stepping stone towards a confrontation of some kind between Russia and China, the all-weather friends, because of the communism. So we have to wait and watch the relations happening between the China and Russia because of this particular event that is in Tajikistan. Okay, in the world of technology, the Facebook has changed its name to Meta. That is, Meta is beyond. Basically, Mark Zuckerberg has announced that he is changing the company's name to Meta to reflect its focus on metaverse, looking beyond, using the augmented reality and virtual reality. Basically, he wants to now introduce the virtual reality and augmented reality into whatever we see in so-called Facebook or something. So he is basically planning to create a greater sense of virtual presence to mimic the experience of interacting with person. Probably Facebook was faced to just posting photos and videos and other things. Probably now with the metaverse thing coming in, there it might be possible that you put on some kind of special glasses or something, and then you start interacting in a virtual reality mode with your friends, or maybe travel into that place. We'll have to wait and watch, though there are many memes happening in this and people are mocking this, but Facebook founder says that he will go ahead with it. However, he has not changed the name of Facebook, Instagram, Messenger and WhatsApp. I think that will continue to be the same. In the world of sports, PV Sindhu has entered the women's singles semi-finals on the ongoing French Open after defeating the Thailand's Busnan 21-14, 21-14 on Friday, and Sindhu had won her quarterfinals match in 38 minutes. I think by the time I am recording this video, she has I think lost to the unseeded Sayaka Takahashi of Japan, and I think I will know about it in a day or so. I think she has already lost this part. And again, yet another news, this time coming in from Russia. It is Russia has suffered its deadliest September since World War II, and according to the statistics provided, there were about 44,265 COVID deaths last month. That is almost 50,000 in a month. So Russia never lost like this after World War II, and our apprehensions, what I was telling, something is happening certainly in these two communist countries of Russia and China, wherein the COVID is certainly taking a very bad form, and it is certainly a cause of concern for any one of us. Superb week, I must say, for India as far as the defense sectors things are concerned. Yet another news, the Indian Air Force and the DRDO team has successfully test-fired an indigenously developed long-range bomb that is called as LRB. Well, this is a bomb which is deployed from a fighter aircraft, and then it is guided onto a land-based target at a very long range with an accuracy within some limits. However, as of now, we are not aware as to what is the range of this bomb, but it is such wonderful to see that this test has been successfully developed. So it will help to carry out many more strikes like that we have done in Balakot and other places wherein you stay beyond the ranges of the enemy aircrafts and carry out precision strikes. This week again has been a wonderful news for India, because the India's cumulative COVID-19 vaccine coverage across the country has crossed 106 crores, and this is a record in itself and a very happy and a boastful moment for the country. We all know that Prime Minister Modi is presently in Italy, and that is basically in France, for the G20 summit, 16 G20 summit. He has met all the foreign dignitaries, including their head of the states. He also met the Pope, that is Pope Francis, and it was supposed to be a meeting scheduled for 20 minutes, but it went on for more than an hour. And wherein the Pope has agreed to visit India, wherein on the request of PM Modi. So we might soon find His Eminence Pope coming to India very soon. Again, a good news for this Indian coming in from sports. The Indian pair of Satyan Gnanasekaran and Hamid Desai have won the men's doubles in the World Table Tennis Contenders in Tunisia, and they had defeated the French pair with the score of 11-9, 4-11, 11-9 and 11-16 in the finals. And this is incidentally the Gnanasekaran's second World Table Tennis Contender title and third international title in 2021. Well, that's all, friends. A very quick update for the last week, and I hope you like it. If you like it, do subscribe and press that bell icon I shall be really grateful to you. Thank you so much for all your support and love. I hope you all stay safe in your homes with your loved ones. Take care. Bye bye.